Hello everybody, welcome to a sequel to the previous video, a homage to French artist Jean Dubuffet. Now this is the ghost that was left behind, and I didn't clean it, and I let it dry overnight. And so now that it's dry, I plan to put some more of the black marks. These are my usual circular black marks. So these are mostly horizontal lines. Now I am keeping in mind that some of these lines will transfer and some will not. So I think that creates even more interest that these lines are imperfect. And the advantage of using the Sharpie is it's alcohol-based, and alcohol-based dries almost immediately. I don't need to use a desk fan to dry it. So my first layer will be Arctic. I'm going to start light. And I will add a little bit of turquoise. Again, this is Blicrylic, and it has a lot of extender, so I am shaking it just to make sure the extenders will mix in. And here is my newly cleaned brayer. So hopefully this layer of paint is going to pick up what's underneath. I'm hoping that it will pick up the ghost print as well as the Sharpie marker. Okay. Again, I'm trying to form a new habit of dipping my brayer in a tub of water so I don't have such a hard time when it's time to clean it. I'm going to add my marks as usual. Now, since the ghost print has dried overnight, I'm really not sure if it's going to transfer, but I'm going to try anyway. So here is my Somerset paper. And this time I will leave this on for more than 5 minutes. I want to make sure that the paint gets absorbed to the paper. Now there's always a risk of tearing, but I'm going to take the chance. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's a little bit of tearing, but I was kind of expecting it. This is pretty bad. This hasn't happened to me in a while, so this is like a sobering thought. Okay. Oh, that's pretty bad. So this is an example of what not to do, but the key here is to stay calm and not flip out. So what I will do is coat this with either matte medium or my Mod Podge and see if I can save this. So I'm going to do damage control right away. So there's going to be quite a bit of camouflage on this piece. So what the glue does, it seals the raw part of the paper. It's like closing an open wound. Okay. So the less I play with it, the better. Okay, so much for that disaster. Let me just mop up this excess glue here. So I will air dry this piece and then decide the next step. Okay, I found some of these pieces of sketchbook paper that I offloaded my brayer with, and I think they would make a good collage piece here. So I finally get to use these. I like the fact that it has metallic copper on it. I think it's a nice contrast to this turquoise background. So I keep repeating this. The good thing about Mod Podge, it dries invisible because it's matte finish. So when I do this kind of collage, it blends in very well with the acrylic background. It doesn't have too much of a distracting shine. Now, Mod Podge does come in a glossy finish, but I'm using matte finish. Okay, I will let this dry again and figure out the next step. I may decide to print something over this. I'll have to figure out the color combination. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I'm glad I got past that unpleasant experience, but it's a learning experience. So there's nothing wrong with making mistakes if you can learn something from it. So I'm putting my reusable stencils. They've been washed, so they're wet. I'm just drying them with a terry towel. Okay. Now I think after doing this print, a reconditioning of this plate with baby oil is in order. I think it needs it badly. because after so many printings, the oil content is reduced from washing, from cleaning. So I'm going to give this jelly plate a spa treatment. Very well deserved. Okay. Just going to blot out the excess water. And I'm going to use one of my favorite colors, which is phthalo blue. Now I think that phthalo blue is going to give a lot of contrast from the lighter teal color. And then just for added interest, I will put some vermilion here as a center column. So I will start with the vermilion. I'm going to start doing this. Okay. Now hopefully these very bold graphic elements will work well with the collage, and at the same time cover up traces of the tears. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, let me just mop up this spill here. Okay. So here is the print with the collage, which covers the tears. I have to go easy here because that's where the torn part is. In fact, I'm going to do this. Okay, keeping my fingers crossed. I really don't know what to expect, but I have to at least try. Okay, that's a little better. I think the phthalo blue adds some contrast. Okay, check this out. Now I will air dry this piece and then decide if it still needs something else. So I'll be back in a few minutes. No, I can't pass up this opportunity. And I think from experience, it's best to capture the ghost print while it's still moist. Now hopefully this will behave itself and not tear my paper. Okay, I'll take a chance and leave this for 5 minutes. Okay, let's see what we have here. Keeping my fingers crossed. Please do not tear on me. I think the plate is being kind to me by not being too aggressive. I like this. Has a very kind of soft, mysterious look to it. Okay, now we're talking. This went better than I expected. Very cool. This is an example of the great reward of printmaking when everything goes right. But before that, everything went wrong, so I know better. So I will air dry this and recap when everything is ready. Okay, everybody, here we are at the last leg of this video. Now, I couldn't leave well enough alone. I have these very beautiful bright vermilion, and I think that will work there. And just to balance it out, I'll put one here. Okay. I'm gonna call that finished. Here is a close-up. And as you can see, the collage elements cover up the tear. Actually, I flipped this thing upside down too, so it's not as noticeable. But since this is an abstraction, it works either way, upside down or right side up, or even as a portrait mode, it would still work. So that is the first piece. And this is the next piece, which is the ghost print, which I think turned out very well. It made that aggravation worth it. Here's a close-up. And I find the textures very, very rich, but at the same time they're on the soft side. They're not very hard edge. And I like the way the colors blend in very gently, not abruptly. So that is my ghost print. I hope you like this video, and I hope you learned something about damage control. I know I did. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please pay a visit to my new website, artwhisper88.com, for overview of other pieces that I am selling. And for those who can, please lend your support to my PayPal to keep this channel going. I hope to see you next time.